Well, folks, we've been waiting a year to bring you this race, the NYNex Yellow Pages 40. We had so much fun with it last year up here at New Hampshire as they're lined up getting set to go. They wanted to conclude Victory Lane ceremonies to give Martin Truex his due before they fired up the modifieds, which they have just done. Here's the starting lineup. On the pole, Reggie Ruggiero, the Auto Palace Mobile One Pontiac. He won here back in April. And on the outside, Brad Hietala from out of Ellington, Connecticut. He's 18th in the point standings. Row number 2, Jeff Fuller, the 1992 national champion, and Mike UNITSCO driving Art Berry's car, the Spring Sizzler winner this year. In row number 3, Eddie Flemke won last week at Tioga, and Carl Pastriak won at the Thompson Speedway earlier this year. Further back, Richie Gallup driving for the car wrenched by Barry Cunell. Their sponsor, Hunting, had a good qualifying run, and Rick Fuller, the defending Featherlight Tour national champion. Charlie Pastriak, and I'm corrected, it was Charlie that had the win up at Thompson Speedway back in May, his first, and Bruce Delisandra out of Connecticut driving for Ben Dodge, the Riverside Park promoter. Row number 6, former national champ Jamie Tomeno in a Pontiac, and all the way from Virginia, Satch Worley in the Mystic Missile. That's a Dodge stealth-bodied car. Steve Park drives the Universal Tile number 1, and Ted Christopher doing double duty today. He's in the number 30 modified. Back in row number 8, Greg Sachs returns to the modifieds, and Dan Meservey Jr. in the Mobile One car. 9th row, Ken Woolley driving number 40, and there's Jimmy Spencer in the Sunoco number 18. Row number 10, Dave Bergman is the son of Carl Bugsy Stevens, a fixture in modified racing for more than 20 years. And Tony Papali out of Meriden, Connecticut, he's in a Chevrolet. Row number 11, Jan Lady, best finish this season for Lady is 2nd at Stafford in the Spring Sizzler, and Tim Connolly, who won Nazareth 1 year ago. Row number 12, John Zavisa out of Suffield, Connecticut, looking for his first top 10, and Kerry Malone alongside, also looking for his first top 10 finish. Chris Amon doing double duty. He's in a Ford, and the point leader in Lenny Boulder's Old Blue, Wayne Anderson of Yaphank, Long Island. Row number 14 comes Carl Erickson. He's in a Chevrolet, making his 2nd start of the season, and Tony Ferranti. Ferranti with 4 top 10s and 1 top 5 this year. Tommy Crevino is in a 4th Fuller car. Bobby Fuller's number 94. And Scott Poirier in number 66 in his 2nd start of the year. 1970 Agawam Mass champion S.J. Avanchin shares the 16th row with Eric Smith, making his 2nd start of the year. And in row 17, all the way up from North Carolina, comes Roger Hill, Westfield, North Carolina. He's in a Pontiac. Kirby Monteith from Ascutney, Vermont. Larry Moore, the West Hartford Tool and Die Chevy, and Tom Baldwin in the Sickens Paint Chevrolet will take up a provisional start. Baldwin has 2 top 5s, including a runner-up spot at Thompson. Up front, Reggie Ruggiero and Brad Hietala. We're green. Ruggiero, Jeff Fuller, Eddie Flemke, those 2 blue cars right behind Ruggiero into turn 1. Good clean start all the way back through the field. Still 2 by 2. Brad Hietala backing up a bit. Back to 5th place. Mike UNITSCO moves up into 4th. That gold-colored car. Jan Lady jumped the start, black flag.
Oh, that's too bad, man. That's a big setback in this division. Look at Jeff Fuller. He's making a move towards the front right now for 1st position.
Fuller right on the back bumper of Ruggiero. Eddie Flemke came slashing up through the field with Fuller. You're riding with Jeff Fuller.
There's the slingshot, just like Daytona. We can make that same move in Daytona. These cars really draft well.
These cars will cut and change lanes faster than you can blink.
If I don't say very much, it's because I am just at awe of the way these things race.
Oh, I
love watching them.
Now, he used the slipstream to get back by Jeff Fuller, getting in the corner here.
Fuller led 1 lap, has to drop in line.
You see the air actually picking up on the hood there. That's how much air is going across the top edge of that hood.
But see how calm it is when he's right up under that car?
Under. He is up and under his
Up under the back of him. It just calms the car right down. These things are like it's like drafting on a bicycle. That's what it really reminds you of.
Now you see he's right tucked in tight there.
They're touching.
Now,
Yep.
Darrell, what they're actually doing when they're single file like that, they're pulling away from other cars. The first three are starting to check out just a little bit.
This is where the term bump drafting came from, because they bump each other and it makes them go faster.
With the restrictor plates, they're about out of acceleration a third of the way down the straightaway.
We have a spin.
Spin in two. One car around is Eric Smith out of Akron, New York. Pro Oil Pontiac. Caution flag.
You talk about the restrictor plate, Mike. I was standing back on the back straightaway yesterday listening to these cars running. I mean, they literally just die when they go down at the end of the straightaway. So
folks, coming up, Pure Later's Drive with a Winter Sweepstakes game, and on September 1st in Bowling Green, Kentucky, they can hand you the keys to that new Corvette. Watch this.
Transportation provided by Cedar Ridge RV Center, Branchville, New Jersey. Call 1-800-988-4884 and find out why Cedar Ridge is the choice of champions.
Oh, one car around and into the wall and out into traffic. That was Carl Pasteryak, and he collected Satch Worley.
They're going to have to really slow everybody down. The racetrack's blocked up here.
Tony Ferranti.
If my car would move, I'd be doing some moving.
Dan Meservey. Here comes Pasteryak. He's going to drive away. So will Satch Worley. Tom Baldwin stopped to avoid it. So did S.J. Yavanchin and Kirby Monteith. It would be easier to tell you who is not involved.
Mike, the great part is the whole field knows that there's problems over here because they do have radio communication. Everybody's single file and running about 20 miles an hour coming down here.
Dave Bergman, Bugsy's son, pulls away from that one. So does Kerry Malone. John Zaviza has damage. 79, Roger Hill.
a lot of cars are pulling away, Mike, but they have damage on them.
Right in the middle of that pile at the bottom of the screen is the prettiest car here, and that's the Butch Ballas car of Jan Leedy. He got black flag for jumping the initial start. That's his number 27. And that car is just gorgeous. I mean, that's the thing. If there's a thing of beauty in that garage, and there are a bunch of them, that's one. We're going to red flag this race because we have some cleaning up to do.
It was the prettiest car, Mike.
Yeah,
it's kind of rumpled up now.
And that's a fast race car. Well, let's show you what happened. There's the restart. Who gets loose? It's Pasteryak.
Got
might have had help.
Wow.
Yep. He got tapped.
Yeah, he got tapped by Mike Iwanitzko. Now there's Satch Worley in the Pennzoil number 4. And look, just everybody's scattering from there.
Well, the big deal there, Darrell, we've been in 100 wrecks like that. You can't actually see. There's so much tire smoke coming out of the corner there. You're just driving for the lightest part of the smoke. And apparently they started collecting each other.
Watch the third car in line on the inside. There he goes.
Yep.
Oof. And then the track just narrows up and stops. Nobody has anywhere to go.
The good thing here is that was on a restart and it wasn't up to running full speed yet. So
wow.
There's a lot of damage, but at least there's no danger of somebody getting hurt in a situation like that.
Darrell, what you're saying, that's a third gear wreck instead of high gear. Where they're really getting on with it.
Yeah, if you come off that fourth corner full steam like they do, that would be serious.
We're going to go back to green. 13 of 40 laps completed. We are green. Tony Ferranti and John Zaviza in the pits. Eddie Flemke locked onto the back bumper of his business partner in chassis building, Reggie Ruggiero. Rick Fuller up the outside. That green and white 77. Battling with his brother Jeff.
Well, they have some classic duels. We watched them race before this year, and Nazareth and all. They go at each other pretty hard.
I don't know if you noticed on that start or not, but the leader pulled right over for his old buddy there to get him lined up right behind him so he could get in the draft.
Ricky Fuller comes out in second place. He and Flemke almost touch. Jeff Fuller drops in line in fourth. Greg Sachs too wide in midfield trying to move up. And it's Mike Iwanitzko center of your screen, number 21, the Art Berry car. And the blue car there is Jimmy Spencer. And Greg Sachs side by side.
Whoa, Sachs carried that thing into third turn.
Yep. Here's our Sunoco in-car camera, Jimmy Spencer.
You can see how these cars really pick up momentum down straightaway with the draft.
And now Fuller's moved into second. Rick Fuller.
Sachs is giving that car a good ride. He's really hustling.
For the lead. Fuller to the outside.
Off of turn two.
It's Spencer.
hard hit.
Uh-oh, bumper cam is probably not feeling too good. I don't see a bumper. Caution flag.
That was a pretty hard hit right there.
You can see on the outside of the wall in turn 2. And Jimmy's okay as he takes the steering wheel off. In-car camera's okay. I wonder how front bumper cam is.
No.
Yeah, you can see the radiator's torn apart there. The steam's going out and left quite a water trail down the racetrack. They'll have to clean that up first.
That's a very hard hit. I went in there very, very hard.
Jimmy's okay.
Seems to be moving around. I hope that seat that is not really made for him did the job it was supposed to do.
Let's see what happened to Jimmy Spencer.
Looks like the 21 car hit the left front of Jimmy's car and turned him right straight up in the wall. Pretty much a duplicate of what happened to Jamie Tomeno coming out of turn 4 just before this.
Well, I hope they don't send us the bill for expendable cam.
That's now wall cam.
So we're under caution at lap number 19. We'll be right back live on TNN at New Hampshire. Today's exclusive TNN coverage of the NYNex Yellow Pages 40 is being brought to you by AC Delco. It's like buying time. We're going to go green. 28 laps down, 12 to go. Jeff Fuller, Rick Fuller, Reggie Ruggiero, Charlie Pasteryak, Ed Flemke, Stephen Park, Richie Gallup, then Greg Sachs.
See Jeff Fuller moving way down on the inside. That's a move made famous by one of our old compadres, Neil Bonnet. He beat me in a race in Pocono one time. He dropped to the inside like that and just moved right away in the draft. But he's not, this didn't work for Fuller. He's got all the space he needs from his brother on the outside there.
Ricky
Ruggiero right behind.
Ricky looking high. There's no way the two of them can hook up and drive away. Ruggiero's locked right onto him.
Ruggiero's fast. He just got 2 cars working against his one right now. I think that's his biggest problem.
He has the inside line there. He should pick up second right now.
Yep.
I would say Jeff will have to fall back and drop in.
Yeah, he probably wants to.
Ooh, I can't believe the way these cars cut. Look at Reggie. Has he got some steam on the outside?
And he can hold it. That's the thing that's good.
Yeah, that's impressive right there. I hadn't seen a car that was able. Ooh, that's not impressive. They had a little contact there.
That's depressing right there.
Now they're going to 4-team him on the outside. Nope, because Stephen Park brings his white number 1 down low.
See Flemke moving into 4th there. That car is running really well, and he's fast enough now that he's caught back up into the draft, so he'll be a part of this 4-man dice instead of just 3 cars fighting it out.
Oh, and Flemke shoves Ruggiero up closer to Rick Fuller as they go into the corner. Pow!
I tell you, I'm glad we don't do this kind of racing. We don't do this kind of racing, do we?
Yeah, you do. Absolutely.
Flemke's 4th, Charlie Pasteryak 5th, Stephen Park 6th, and Mike Iwanitzko. They send Flemke back to 6th. Folks, this, for these guys, it's just like Daytona with the restrictor plate. You've got to have a partner, and you've got to dance.
That's right. And
well, the great part is nobody's giving up. Nobody's rolling over playing dead. Everybody's racing to win right now, and this is what we wanted to bring you. Not all the crashes. This is the best of it.
And we've only got like 7 laps to go, so these guys are getting themselves in a position, hopefully.
Charlie Pasteryak, the Thompson winner, lined up behind Ruggiero in that number 5 car. Red Baron Pizza Wagon, and he's under Ricky Fuller. Ricky Fuller's in the wrong lane.
That ain't going to pay any dividends right there.
Oh, Ricky Fuller back to 4th. It is Jeff Fuller, Reggie Ruggiero, Charlie Pasteryak, Rick Fuller, and Stephen Park.
Well, Pasteryak's car is really running well. He's moved right up into the fray now. Don't count him out. Any of these guys in the top 10, they can move right up. You see the draft in there, they're doing anything they can to hold the car back behind them just a little bit so they can get position in the draft.
You see that 77 Ricky Fuller go from the middle to the bottom to the top. Smoker in turn 2, Brad Heitella. We stay green. Or excuse me, that's not. That's 58. That's Chris Amon.
Well, we're getting down to push comes to shove. We're 34 laps into this event right now.
5 to go.
And it's Pasteryak to the bottom. holding Rick Fuller back and forth.
Well, Rick's on the outside. He's going to have to make a decision and whether he's strong enough to make a move on the outside or fall in line and hope to go with the car on the inside.
I think the only car strong enough on the outside is Ruggiero 69.
I agree. And he's going to have to be careful because if he gets stuck out there, we're out of laps.
Fuller and Ruggiero on good years. Ricky Fuller in 77 on Hoosier.
That's interesting.
One thing about Reggie, he's not afraid to try that outside.
No, he's sticking it out there. And
Look at Pastriak, though, making a move to second right now, getting in turn one. He's got that preferred line. He should pick up that position.
And here
Jeff
comes
Fuller
Ricky.
comes.
Ricky Fuller for third.
I just don't, you know, it's like he doesn't know there's only 3 laps to go or 4 laps to go.
Oh, they know. They're all on the radio. They know.
Getting hung up on that outside now is not the place to be.
No.
Reggie back to fourth, battling Stephen Park, side by side. 6. Here come the leaders. 3 laps to go. Pastriak looks low on Jeff Fuller, who slams the door.
I tell you, Jeff Fuller might think he's got the world by the tail right now. Lap traffic could make a difference, but he's got some people right behind him who's going to put a move on him, I'm afraid.
You know, he protects the inside. When he drops down in the middle of the back straightaway and it puts that cars on the behind him on the outside, and that's not the place to be. So he's really kind of baiting the trap for him.
Jeff Fuller, 92, national champion. Charlie Pastriak squeezes in front of Ricky Fuller. 2 laps to go. And Reggie trying for a run on the outside.
Darrell, this is just like Daytona. They'll make a move to the outside if they're not strong enough. They know they have to take that inside line away from Jeff.
Yep. See, he gives them the outside, but that's not the place to be. Not with 2 laps to go.
Dan Meserve moves over. This will be the white flag. Jeff Fuller said he would talk to Glenn Jarrett in Victory Lane. Let's see if he can make good on that promise. Charlie Pastriak looks for career win number 2. Ricky Fuller up high. They'll have one more shot at it in turn 3.
Just don't give them the inside, and you got it made.
See Jeff Fuller trying to make a move on Pastriak there. He's nothing doing. He's going to have to try it down the front straightaway.
Ricky Fuller pulls up on Pastriak.
Here I come. But unless he gives them the inside, there ain't no way.
Out of turn 4. Pastriak to the bottom. Fuller slices across and wins it. It's a dead heat for second.
I would say that was brother. It looked to me like Jeff might have taken the second place.
You know, at Stafford, and 24 spins into the wall on the last lap.
Oh, heck.
At Stafford Springs, Connecticut a month ago, Charlie Pastriak was running second. Jeff Fuller was right behind him. A car checked up in front of them. They got together. Charlie Pastriak ended up into the wall. And this could have been payback time. It wasn't. He drove a smart race, a clean race, and did everything but win it. My hat's off to him.
Going too fast here for any paybacks. This is
My hat's off to him.
Use your head.
Look at the inside, Jeff. Jeff's hitting everything in that car. He's waving to everybody.
He's waving at us. Hi, hey, how you doing?
Jeff Fuller, who won at Nazareth on TNN, is going once again to Victory Lane. We'll be right back. We're going to Victory Lane. How close was it? Jeff Fuller on the far right of your screen won it. I don't know who finished second. Ricky Fuller in white, Charlie Pastriak in blue. Fourth was Reggie Ruggiero, fifth Stephen Park, and sixth Mike Ioannitsko, all under a blanket. Give second to Ricky Fuller in the Polar Beverage 77. The Sunoco Race Fuels, Sheba Racing Crew, Scott and Patty Banzel, driver Jeff Fuller, and our announcer, Glenn Jarrett.
Well, Mike, I first met Jeff Fuller with you about 5-6 years ago at Thompson, Connecticut. I knew he was a crazy man, but man, that looked like fun.
That was a ton of fun. We were up here testing for Goodyear a couple weeks ago, and Ed Close, the guy that owns Reggie Ruggiero's car, that, you know, the guy that's been hogging all the other races here, Reggie, he told me, he says, you know, someday you're going to finish and you and Reggie are going to be running at the end, and I don't care if both cars come home in a basket like Richie Evans and Jeff Bodine did there at Martinsville years ago. He says it's going to be one hell of a race, and it was. I mean, this is so much fun. I really didn't want to be leading it with 1 lap to go, but when the 5 car got by there, I figured if I did the snake deal down the straightaway that he, you know, he'd follow me, and he did. If Reggie and Ricky both got at me, that outcome would have been a lot different.
So you really wanted to make the pass on the last lap?
I wanted to be in second. If Reggie or my brother was leading, I wanted to be in second. It worked out to our favor today, but I'm just so happy for Sunoco, Goodyear, Scott and Patty Banzel. This team worked real hard. We've got a car over there that's one hurting unit. I don't know what happened with Jimmy, but I heard he was giving it a real good ride, and you know, it's one of them deals. Greg Sachs and Jimmy Spencer, I heard, were running real good. I don't know what happened over there, but the car does look pretty bad. I hope Jimmy's all right for tomorrow's race.
I think he is, Jeff. He got out okay, and again, congratulations.
Thank you very much, and thanks everybody for sitting here watching us play. Look at the crowd of people here. Did they see racing or what? This is racing.
Great run for Charlie Pasternak. He finishes third. It's the second 1-2 Fuller Brothers finish of the season. In the Connecticut Classic at Stafford, Connecticut, Memorial Day weekend, Rick won, Jeff was second. Flepke, Unitsko, Anderson, the point leader, Christopher and Gallup, the top 10. Then Greg Sachs, Tom Baldwin, Satch Worley, Bruce D'Alessandro, and Larry Moore. And the rest of the top 20 today. Look at this finish. Jeff Fuller on the right first, Ricky Fuller, and Charlie Pasternak. What a great run. Our thanks to Darrell Waltrip, Glenn Jarrett, and Randy Pemberton. Buddy Baker, we'll all talk to you tomorrow from the Slick 5300 right here at New Hampshire International Speedway. For everybody here at TNN, our congratulations to Martin Truex. First time Busch North winner in the Slick 50, 150, and to Jeff Fuller, winner in the NYNex Yellow Pages 40. So long from New Hampshire. See you tomorrow.